Hello, it's Sandy with Trinity Stamps, and today I have a sneak peek of the February 2026 release, and I'm going to be featuring the new egg-shaped card die set, along with a couple of the add-ons that work perfectly with that set. All of these goodies will be released on February 19th, so make sure you check them out. We've got eggs and bunnies and flowers and bows, all kinds of great little Easter items, along with a couple of faith-based things. All right, my card is going to be a shaker card. So let's get started. For my card base, I'm going to be using a patterned paper and the egg-shaped card die to cut it out. I like using patterned paper for card bases like this because the inside of my card is just as pretty as the outside. I'm going to be using the top part of my Easter basket add-on. I'm going to use that top piece, which is the handle and the top of the basket, and I'm going to cut that out of 110-pound cardstock 8 times. This is going to create the well for my shaker card. Next, I'm going to glue those 8 pieces together using liquid glue. Now that I have the well created for the little shaker pieces for the top of my card, I have to even out the base of that card. Now, I could have used foam tape to prop up the bottom of the basket, but I felt like it was just as easy to just go ahead and cut out 8 of those bottom pieces and glue them together. That was just going to be the easiest and the most efficient and cleanest way of leveling out that card. To cut out my piece of acetate, I'm going to use the largest egg-shaped die from the egg-shaped card die set. Next, I'm going to sprinkle in my little embellishments in the little well that I created. I am not going to worry about where that basket opening is. There is enough paper on just creating the well and the base that I don't need to fill in that little spot and make that card any heavier. Next, I need to seal up this card. I'm going to use liquid glue, and I'm not going to be too careful about where I place my glue on the bottom of that card. However, up at the top, where the basket handle is, I'm going to try to keep my glue as far to the outside as possible so that when I place my acetate down, that if I wiggle it a little bit, it's not going to gush that glue out so that you can see it through the acetate. I've cut my basket from some turquoise cardstock, and I like to give a little bit of dimension to my die cut pieces. So I'm going to go and dust up those edges with just a little bit of Peacock Feathers Distressed Oxide ink. I think that just helps soften the edge, and it helps give that basket a little bit more rounded definition. Now to attach that basket to the front of my shaker card. Again, I'm going to be very, very careful with my glue on that basket handle and basket opening. I'm going to try as best as possible to keep my glue on the outside edge of that die cut. So again, if I have any type of wiggling when I'm putting it on my acetate, that I'm not spreading that glue around because it's really hard to clean off and it will definitely show. For the front of the card, I decided I wanted to go large on my sentiment. So I'm using the Happy Easter Egg add-on, and I am cutting out just the letters. I'm not worried about a piece of cardstock big enough to cover the whole egg. I just need the letters. I'm also going to give my letters a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to cut them out of pink cardstock, and then I'm going to cut them out again from orange cardstock. Once I poke out all the little pieces that are inside the different letters, I'm going to use my fine tip scissors and I'm going to trim that Happy Easter off of the rest of the cardstock. It's really hard to see on the video, but there's actually a little bit of an imprint left by the die that's going to help you guide your scissors around those pieces. It's not so difficult on the end as it is the H for the happy and the E for the Easter, but you can pretty much see where you need to make that trim. I'm going to layer my pink cardstock on top of my orange cardstock for the lettering. I like to do this on lettering. I think it not only gives it dimension, but it kind of helps it pop on the front of that card. So I'm going to go ahead and get those layered, and then I will adhere them to the front of my Easter basket. Now we're going to decorate our little Easter basket. For the bow, I decided to use a lighter colored turquoise, and I'm going to use my Crafty Companion, and I'm going to just dust up those little edges with a little bit of Peacock Feathers Distressed Oxide ink. Again, that just helps give that die cut a little bit of dimension. There are a bunch of little flowers and leaves included in the Easter basket add-on die. So what I did is I just took a bunch of scraps of different cardstocks that I had, and I just started cutting them out. Now, one thing I will tell you I do on these little pieces is I usually apply a little bit of rip and stick to the back of the cardstock before I cut them out, just because these little things are really, really hard to glue without getting glue all over your fingers, and then it gets all over your card. So I tend to take the time to put a double-sided adhesive on the back of my cardstock before I cut it out. That way, when I'm ready to go, all I have to do is just use my little pick tool and place them on my card where I want them. Sometimes I do add a little bit of liquid glue to the pieces just to make sure that they stay stuck, but I definitely like to use the double-sided adhesive for that. To finish up this card, we need to put the sentiment on the inside. So I've got another piece of white cardstock cut out using that second largest die from the set. I'm going to stamp the sentiment on. The sentiment I chose is from the new Simply Sentimental-Easter stamp set, and there are all kinds of little bits and pieces in there that you can use to create just the perfect sentiment, which is one of the reasons why I just love Trinity's Simply Sentimental series. You might want to check those out. Anyway, we're going to get that glued on to the inside of that card, and we are pretty much finished with this particular card. I love using the pattern paper for my card base because look at that left side. Isn't that just gorgeous? Okay. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me today. We look forward to seeing you on February 19th as soon as this release opens up. Thanks again and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.